hey Wenjay, this is how the storefront works for the web. So we can change this and tweak it, but basically here's how it works. So a first-time user would see this screen to start, and they would click New User. And then from here, they can enter in their zip code. After they enter in their zip code, they see a list sorted by proximity of all your distribution sites. So 1 mile, 1 mile, 2 miles, 2 miles, based on the zip code that I just entered. So if I click Give Me Coffee, now you can obviously change that, go back and change it, and if I want 61 local, it's just really simple. And then, so here's where you pick your farm share. This is where you would have like zero waste, you know, the basics, you know, all the vegetarian, that kind of thing. So this is where all your subscription would be. And you can add more. I'm going to add all 3 just to show you how it looks. And then once you've added all 3, you click View My Payments, View Payment Schedule, and then this is basically all weekly billing on the distribution date for each of these folks. And we can tweak this a little bit. We can have it staggered by a week, like have them be billed a week before their distribution date. So anyways, so they agree, okay, fine. Now this is the form that they would enter in all their information. So I'm just going to say Nick Wenjay demo, and obviously, so I scraped that background image just doing a Google search on your local roots MIC, and I thought it looked pretty cool. So we can change its design however you want. This is basically how it works. Okay, I'm gonna put my real credit card information in here, and then once I put my real credit card info in, this button, this continue button down here is gonna since I'm recording this, I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm just going to skip this, and then I'll come right back. Hang on. Alright, so I just entered my credit card information. That was the screen that you see right after you enter it, and I run a lot of code in the background, so it takes, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds to get everything sorted out, like the account created, the Google Sheet. Okay. So anyways, this is the first screen. This looks a lot like the mobile app, but here for My Farm Distributions, you click in there, and then here is where you would see arriving on each week. So December 12th, December 19th, this 26th, whatever. You can see, okay, December 12th, I've got vegetables, fruit, meat, whatever. The 19th, I only have vegetables. That's because the fruit and the meat are both bi-weekly recurring, and the vegetable is weekly recurring, so you're going to see vegetables pop up every week and fruit and meat pop up every other week. And I can add in holidays here, so this will obviously see. What I'll need from you is like all of the days throughout the year that you're not going to have distributions, and we can just skip those days. So this would be like the 12th and 19th. Then it'd probably just jump straight to the 9th. And this is assuming that you're cool with having a just like a year-round kind of operation. We can talk more about this custom logic, but it's built so it's not too much of a pain to tweak it. But to go back, you just click go back here in the bottom left-hand corner. Shopping the mini market. I'm going to buy something from the mini market real quick. Here, I'll buy a dozen eggs. You select your pickup date. Go and buy. Okay. Suggested menu. This is essentially unchanged from the mobile app. It takes a minute to load because I'm going all the way to Pinterest. Probably don't have it set up. There we'll skip that. What else? The weekly share list. I changed this weekly share list so that you can just basically put the ingredients by share type. So if you have vegetables, basics, zero food waste, you can just, the user can just pick zero food waste or vegetarian or the basics, whatever their subscription level. And then as long as you guys maintain, on a weekly basis, you know, they'll be able to do this. Yeah. Okay, so that's weekly, and then home delivery setup is that's basically unchanged, and we can tweak that design just to make it look a little nicer. And then what else? Let me move this. All right, so over here, basically they just get reminded, and I can blow this up so these are a little bigger, so it draws their attention a little bit more. But basically, home delivery, it works the exact same. If they click yes, no, anyways, that's how it works. And then, oh, by the way, so all this stuff here is all live. So your Google Sheet is all hooked up live to all this stuff. So this is where you would put your ingredients and say if you had the basics or whatever. This is where your farm shares, I think I showed you this before. Your orders, so like these are all test orders, obviously, I've been doing. So anytime somebody signs up for a subscription for you, this will immediately, in real time, update. So, you know, you can just, so this is Vic Wenjay demo, the one I just signed up. This column here is the date they sign up. These are the distribution dates. Column H is the distribution dates. I is the site, distribution site, and then type. I just use that. It's called metadata. It's type. It just helps me kind of keep things straight in the background. And then you can see their item, their name, whatever. And so this updates in real time. Mini Market's the same way. So this is where all your Mini Market products are. I haven't built the feature thing yet, but we'll get there. I haven't even really built the active thing, but this is just metadata for the future that we can use when we, you know, when we build out, and we can feature products and we can delist and relist products. And it works the same way here too. So anytime a mini market order comes through, you'll be able to see this in real time. You don't even have to worry about the app ID, but basically Wenjay Demo 1, Vic, eggs, $5. There's no Stripe charge. Date of orders today. Data distribution is January 2nd. That's a bug. I'll have to fix that. I don't know why that's coming in undefined, but I'll fix that. Add-ons, you don't use any add-ons. Okay, so holds. Okay, let me go back real quick and show you how holds work. So basically, if a user wants to place a hold, here's how they do it. So they just come to the week in which they want to place the hold, and they can hold one item at a time. So when they click the item, this pops up and it says, if you hold this, then we will not distribute vegetables on December 12th. Your scheduled payment of $21 will be canceled. This may take, you can read the rest of that. So if I click hold this, and then I want to click hold this, so it's individual clicks from the user, and then meet, hold that. So I just held everything. All this stuff is still showing up, but what happens is an email goes out to this person saying that they submitted a hold request, and then Ariel or you or whoever would see on the hold spreadsheet, this stuff just updated in real time. So basically what you would do is say, okay, Vic Wenjay Demo just wanted to place a hold essentially for these 3 items for the week of December 12th. In order to, you know, place the hold, you basically would say, okay, yeah, that's fine. We can do that. And then there's a little bit more to this. I'm going to show you the CSA Fleet app in a separate demo, but what you would do is open up the CSA Fleet app and just cancel the bills. So if you approve the hold, if you look at this and you say, okay, we haven't, you know, it's December 6th, you know, it's a week away or whatever, so we can successfully hold this stuff and not charge the person. Okay, basically what you would do is go into the Fleet app and just cancel the payments. it looks like crap right now, the Fleet app, so I'm going through and redesigning it, but it's just a couple of clicks. And you mentioned a little help with like your packing list for your your site leaders and everything. And basically what you can do here, this is just a pivot table in Google Sheets. Since all this stuff is strung up in Google Sheets, all you'd really need to do is basically just filter, just run this. See, if you look over here to the right, basically you can filter all this stuff by site, by day, by whatever. So there's essentially your people would see. So let me do one real quick on data distribution. So let's see. If I want to filter by distribution day, you just come down here to filter, and you click this, and you clear all of them, and you say, I just want to look at December 19th, and you hit OK. I'm hiding some columns here, but basically you can just see, and this is essentially the list for 61 local for December, what was that, December 19th. And so you could just print this off, and it's all vegetable orders. So it's basically the odd week. If you go to December 12th, I'll bet you, or if you go to December 26th, I'll bet you that you'll see all the stuff. Yeah, so you'd see fruit, you got 2 fruits, 2 meats, and 3 vegetables. If I'm reading that correctly. Yeah, so that would make sense. And you can see the customer's name. You can play with this. I'll show you about these pivot tables in Google Sheets, but they're pretty powerful. If you're curious about more of the metadata behind these numbers, you can just double click. Okay, I spoke too soon. I guess you can't double. Okay, well, forget I said that. And then cash flow. I'm working on your cash flow. Basically, every time one of these automatic payments is successful, so this is recurring billing, and it's automatic. Every time one of those is successful, an entry here, obviously it'll take 2 minutes to set up the recurring billing. Everything's already there. I have the bills set up. I just haven't hooked it up to Stripe, so that Stripe processes those bills. But I've got all the data the way that I need it, so we can do recurring billing super easily. And you don't even have to do anything. And again, if you hold something, then you would just manually go in the Fleet app and cancel the bill, and then that Stripe charge would just skip right over that bill, like the bill never even existed, and then they get paid for the, you get paid for the next week. So anyways, that's how it works. I hope you like it. We can talk a little bit more about this. I just thought I'd make this YouTube video since we were kind of playing phone tag there. But hope you're well, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, thanks. See ya.